Hi everyone, it's Jason here, Local Tech Experts, with another build for you. I just finished test benching all the parts. This one is a client build, so I didn't choose the parts myself, but I haven't built into this case before, so I thought I'd go ahead with it. But saying that, Fractal design, you can't really go wrong with them, really. I have a feeling, just from the picture on the front, that this one might be like some kind of iteration of the Torrent, maybe, like the chassis design might be very similar. But I've yet to take this out of the box and have a look at it. So as usual, I'll put the specs in one of the corners here. I've just test benched it. So being a Ryzen non-G version, I had to use a donor video card. The actual video card sitting back there, but sort of a bit much to put on here like this. So I just use a little donor card to test bench it to make sure temperature's all okay and everything's seated good. Do the XMP settings, all that sort of good stuff. But as usual, I'll get this out of the box, bring the camera a bit closer and go through my first impressions. Thanks guys. Alright guys, so this is it out of the box here. It's a nice matte black sort of finish on here. This is a non-windowed version, so I think the customer's going for quiet because I used a lot of be silent stuff like the cooler and the power supplies, all sort of silent style. So I think they're going for that sort of feel. When I was taking it out of the box, I realized this is a magnetic front. I'm not too sure why at this point. But I'll take the sides off and give it a proper look. I haven't actually looked at this at all yet, so definitely first impressions going on here. Yep, so it definitely looks like a Fractal design case on the inside. I can see two front-mounted intakes here, 120s. Taking that side panel off, it was all soundproofed. I can see the back one soundproofed as well, so obviously looking for sound dampening on this one. Yeah, not much to say about the internals here. It's a MATX chassis, going with Fractal Design's design principles here. I can already see on the back that it has Velcro tie-offs, which is always a nice touch. So taking this side off. Yeah, this is looking very familiar already. So your standard front headers, USB 3, power, reset, just power and power LEDs there actually. HD audio, like I said, Velcro for the tie-offs here. Nice big cutout in the top. Ventilation is done by these side vents here. Looking at that front removable, it actually looks like that's designed with 5 1/4 inch drives in mind. So probably not CD drives as much, but probably more things like front panel, USB 3s or Cs or SD card readers, that sort of stuff to go in here. I'm not seeing a lot in terms of hard drive mounts, but that's okay in this case because the customer just has an M.2 drive mounted on the board there. I did notice though, when I was doing the test benching, that the M.2 drive was mounted on the incorrect M.2 slot, so move that around a little bit. It's not a big deal. Yep, so these are nice inclusions on the fans. You're able to daisy chain them together, so you don't have to worry about having to get fan splitters or hubs or anything. You can just daisy chain them together, which is a nice little inclusion, because the amount of times motherboards don't have enough fan headers is quite often. So I'll get into the overhead, start building this out, and I think it's going to be quite a simple one, considering there's no mechanical drives and all that sort of stuff. I think it's going to be a nice little build. Alright, thanks guys. So this is how it turned out, guys. I was looking up this case and apparently it comes in a mesh design as well, so if I was going to build this again, I'd probably go for the mesh design one. It does run a little bit warm if you have high performance components in there. Apart from that, Fractal design, like I said, you can't go wrong. It's got quality fans in there and everything, so turned out pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys, and see ya.